Earlier this year, Gloria Graham accepted the newly created position of UVA's Vice President of Safety and Security. As the first anniversary of the events of August 11th and 12th approaches, WUVA News sat down with Graham to discuss how she and her colleagues are preparing for any and all developments.
We are doing a lot to prepare. We've been working very closely with our partners from the state police. The governor's office is heavily engaged, the county police and the city police here in Charlottesville, in addition to other public safety partners, so Virginia Department of Emergency Management, the incident response team for the state of Virginia, and also the fire and medical professionals. So it's a really holistic approach and a holistic plan to address what we can foresee happening in the community. The intended outcome is that regardless of what comes our way, that our public safety teams are able to quickly respond, to separate groups that may have opposing views, and that our police will be focused on de-escalation, responding to behavior, and not get in any way wrapped up in what people's positions may be.
How should students respond if confronted with demonstrators on grounds?
Let's not wait until it gets to a point where we're face to face. When you first start to see a crowd gather, let's make sure we're letting public safety know right then. And that number is 911. Doesn't matter if you think it's an emergency or it's not, and you're not sure, but something in your gut tells you that it's not okay and that there might be something else getting ready to happen. Especially during those days, we want to know that so that we can quickly deploy our resources to those spaces, and we're going to be prepared to do that 24 hours a day. If a person finds themselves in that space where emotions are high, and I think it's really hard sometimes to think about walking away, especially when it's something you're very passionate about. It doesn't make them feel good. It doesn't make them feel like they're heard, but that is the one thing that folks can do to make themselves feel safe.
What does being Vice President of Safety and Security entail on a daily basis?
So my position is a new one here at UVA, and the best way I can describe it is that I am wrangling in all of the things that have a responsibility for safety and security at the institution. The goal is to pull all of those things together, and so pulling that person, having that one central repository where all of the initiatives and all of the activities are put into this one place, and then I'm the conduit to make sure that we are feeding off one another. So we may have someone on the team who's really good at creating emergency plans, and the police department would historically maybe create their own plan. Instead, we all have one plan, and we pull together all those talents and all those resources and put them into one space.
And what are your goals for the job?
Yeah, my goal right now is to get us through August, and that on August 13th that we feel good about where we land as an institution. I would say I have a couple of other big goals though. One, I think that if I were from Charlottesville, and especially if I had been here for a while, I wouldn't much appreciate what I think that people's perceptions are about Charlottesville, and it would probably bother me a lot that that's what people think of a place that I know and love and know very differently than what may have been on CNN last August. So I have a goal of being part of what changes that narrative and what brings us back to prior to 2017, and make sure that this community, albeit UVA or the larger Charlottesville community, that people understand that UVA in Charlottesville is a great place to be. And I think that the way that I can contribute to that is making sure that folks look at our police department and think that we are contemporary and in line with the best police departments in the country, and that we're fair and that we're impartial. It sounds simple, but it can sometimes be a really heavy lift, but that's what I'm committed to doing.